Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 14th of October 2024. So Bitcoin, bullion and biggest shorts blast higher to end bad data week. So short squeeze to move markets higher. Stocks rally into weekend as big bank earnings offer impetus as well. Economic news for today and this week. Well, it's bank holiday today. It's Columbus Day, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it's Columbus Day today, so all US banks will be closed, and bond markets, etc., electronic markets for all other US markets. This week we just got the CPI from the UK is a big one. ECB President Lagarde speaking as well. Claimant count changed tomorrow from the UK as well, but the markets tend to ignore much of the UK apart from they're interested in the CPI, but that's only if there's nothing else that is being released. We'll look at the rest as we go through the week. There's nothing there that's major importance. It's more about keeping an eye on the geopolitical situation. As I mentioned in Friday, the weekend again saw the escalation of war and it continuing in the Middle East. Okay, let's move on, have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we've got a new all-time high for Friday. The market moving sharply higher there, 42,899. It just beggars belief, doesn't it? But it continues to go. War is good, obviously. You can see there in the 30-minute chart, the market was sideways. And then we had lift off an hour before with the economic news at 1:30. Prices then continuing to move to the upside there. And a bit of a gap up overnight, but that came back down, and the market moving back to the upside needs to close back above 42,899, is it? Let me just refresh my memory. Yeah, 42,899 in order to continue to move higher there. And in the German DAX, no new all-time high for this market as yet. Let me just drag this over so you can actually see the actual price a bit more clearly. 19,493, so 20,000 is on the cards certainly before Christmas, unless something big comes out of the left field, as they say, some black swan event. But otherwise the market's continuing to move to the upside. 30 minutes again, you can see, was just sideways all morning on Friday, but as soon as the bank earnings came out, you saw what happened to the market. We gapped down overnight, but we've filled the gap, and now prices are sideways. Expect something a bit lower to start with before the market then catches up with the electronic Dow, which will move prices to the upside this afternoon, or more likely to do so. That's how it generally plays out on a bank holiday Monday in the US. In the S&P 500, we have a new all-time high for Friday as well. Market again continuing to move up, heading for 6,000 on the S&P. It'll be interesting to see when we get to 20,000, 50,000 and 6,000 on the S&P 500, what the markets will do. I mean, at the moment they keep going through these big psychological numbers, and they continue. I mean, it's just incredible given what's going on in the world, but it is what it is. You're better off long than short, because it won't go down. It might go down for a day, but as soon as it gets a bit of news, gets it behind it, and off it goes. So the market in the S&P up on Friday. We've just touched the high there as well, so 5823, the market needs to get back through this area. Meanwhile, on the UK shores, the market remains sideways. Nothing to report here unless you're an options seller. This is good news. And the 30-minute chart again can show that range-bound market trading down to the low, testing this, and then moving back to the upside. 89 to 100% retracement. And overnight prices moving lower. They need to get back above the DP in order to move higher. They've attempted to come back above the 200 MA, found resistance at the psychological level and reverse from there, so might get a bit of a shakeout in this market too. In the US dollar, I don't know what's happened overnight, but Friday the US dollar was down, and it's screamed to the upside there. I mean, it closed down here, and now it's moved up to there. So let's just have a look at this in a bit more detail. Let's have a look at a 30-minute chart and see what's going on there. So there's Friday, and that is Friday, isn't it? Let me just double check the date. It's down at the bottom, isn't it? It's 11th of October. And the market's trying to move up overnight. I mean, that's a big jump from here, because obviously the close is down there to jump up there. So I don't know what's going on there, but the market is obviously liking it. And the dollar back to the upside. So what's the impact on the metals with this? Well, in silver, the market was slammed to the downside overnight, despite being able to move up on Friday. It is moving back up now, but somebody took advantage and gapped the market lower. We've not filled the gap yet. There's a bit more to go there up to the close at 31.50. Friday the market moved up quite nicely, but overnight this is one hell of a slam to take trades out. So you can see there, market finding support at the 200 MA and now trying to move higher. It needs to take out the DP and, as I just mentioned, the close and Friday's high, but very weird indeed. In the gold market, moving up quite nicely there, not the same shakeout as you see in silver there. It did gap down a bit, but we're already back above that, so there's some weakness around in the gold silver ratio. Also, if you're interested, do a search for Russia central banks buying silver as well, because that might be one of the reasons as well, slamming the price to actually buy up some physical silver. So there's a few videos now starting to appear on YouTube about this. So in Friday's pre-market session in the futures market, this was moved higher, then it was moved lower. So it already set the tone for where the market was going to trade when it opened. So you can see sideways, very sideways to lower, then managing to pull back a bit. Price is just through the 50 EMA and up to the DP and close, stopping at the 200 MA and the close and the DP, back to the 50 EMA where the market bounces off initially with the 20 bar supporting as well, closing above the 50. And then we start to trade sideways there as the market waited for the 1:30 news, moving lower just before the 10 o'clock cutoff, but very quiet. And the same all the way through until we had the economic news there at 1:30. The market reacting to this, again, very choppy. And then moving to the upside on the banking earnings numbers there, which you can see. And just never stopped, never looked back, and continued higher there over 100 points. Then we had a potential sell, which unfortunately you can see already the market finding support as it goes through. You've got 4 bars there that are just sideways, and then prices turn around and move back to the upside. They come back and have another look, but fail to go through and then close out the trade there, and then just stay sideways as you can see there. Quick look overnight, see where we are, and at the moment very quiet. The US market's closed today. DP is below. The market's holding at the 200 MA at the moment, having got through it in the early hours, but we'll need to hold there. If not, so then watch the psychological level and the DP level for support. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens during today. America's closed in observation of the Columbus Day celebration, so it's over to geopolitics for today. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.